In this clip from Mean Girls, Regina George, played by Rachel McAdams, photocopies, prints, and spreads the pages of her burn book, where she cuts out girls' pictures from the yearbook and writes mean comments about them to try to pin the nasty crime on her quote-unquote friends who betrayed her. We will see how the photography, kinetics, and camera movements of the scene combine to show the balance of power shifting between the authoritative figures and the girl world turned animal world high school girls as they go into a feeding frenzy. Here we can see Miss Norbury, played by Tina Fey, amongst the crowd of raging high school girls. The downward motion of Miss Norbury is obviously a sign of weakness and powerlessness under all these girls. Then, an interesting low angle takes place. While low angles are typically used to make a subject appear larger and thus more powerful, the low angle here is used to show the taller fighting girls in the background, emphasizing her undermined authority as a teacher. The white, light bluish, cool colors here are representative of the calm environment of the office in contrast with the bright, yellow, warm color of the violent hallways. The girls in question for the burn book are tightly framed as they're stuck in the office about to get in huge trouble for something they didn't do. Well, they did partially.
I hope that nobody else ever does see it.
This uninterrupted, lengthy reverse zoom shot of the diabolical Regina, who released the pages of the burn book, makes the viewer uncomfortable as she stays stationary in the middle of her sick creation. As the camera zooms out, more and more crying and scattering and brawling comes into frame as she stands there and watches, pleased with herself. Her lack of motion suggests some sort of twisted psychological shift, as if she knew she could control exactly when and how the claws came out.
Mom, can you pick me up? I'm scared.
Janice Ian Dyke.
Oh, that's original.
You get a function.
Hey, that's only okay when I say it.
This is a great use of Swishpan as a representation of all the girls. It seems kind of bizarre and ridiculous that so many girls are gouging each other's eyes out over a few nasty comments, but this gives us a look on the inside. The Swishpan, of course, gives us a sense of real-time dialogue and reactions, but also helps us understand how everybody is getting sucked into the raging action. In a single shot, one girl's question branches out and attracts the reaction of 5 other girls, all seemingly unrelated, which results in an attack not even involving the original girl.
Take your top off!
Now here's what we're gonna do.
Ron,
We're gonna...
come quick. They've gone wild. The girls have gone wild.
It was full tilt jungle madness.
Here we get several shots of girls attacking, pushing, and running from the right of the screen to the left. Since left-to-right motion is more natural for the human eye, these right-to-left motions add to the tension and uncomfortableness of the situation. Here we see Principal Duvall, played by Tim Meadows, confidently moving toward the camera with a bat while Coach Carr, played by Dwayne Hill, runs away from the camera in fear. Mr. Duvall is a man of action and is taking control of the situation. His confidence and power is especially noticeable here, as he not just moves toward the camera, but advances towards it. This high-angle long shot is used to see the flood of girls down the hallway positioned mainly on the bottom half of the frame, as their short-lived anarchist power is now over, and they've become vulnerable to the water sprinklers at the top of the frame. Not in view, but you can see the water coming from the top, activated by the man in charge. For the rest of the scene, the downward motion of the water represents the loss of the girls' temporary dominance and the end of their reign of terror. This slightly lower angle serves as its usual purpose, since Mr. Duvall has taken action and control over the girls and the power is restored to the faculty.